could have just called me, right? You don't have to do that. But instead of doing that, going to the internet and letting everybody know, like, listen, don't sneak diss me. Like, just call me and everything, right? I don't know. It just seems like you're contradicting yourself. Peace and blessings, you ugly mofos. Welcome to another episode of He Rants. I am your host, Felix Longcharles. Man, check this out, man. This is your first time on He Rants. I want to let you know I'm just a random guy. I like to talk about random stuff that interests me, and I just feel like I need to inform you guys about it. And if that sounds sexy or attractive to you, make sure you hit that subscribe button as well as with the post notifications. That way you'll be one of the first people to always hear the voice of Longcharles. And at the same time, leave a like. It only takes 1 second, man. Just a quick click. You know what I'm saying? Just a quick click. Please, man, because I'm so insecure and it makes me feel a whole lot better about myself. And at the same time, you gotta buy the merch. Mofo, men offering females orgasms, because we're so humble. But let's not waste any more time, man. Let's get straight to the first story. We gotta talk about this guy, Matt Rowan. Matt Rowan of Oklahoma, man. Apparently he is a sports announcer, right? High school sports, that is, right? And he's in the news because this guy happened to let the N-word slip. So the guy, Mr. Rowan, was announcing for a girls' high school basketball game from Norman High School and Midwest City High School, man. And right before the game started, the girls of Norman High School decided to kneel for the national anthem. At that point, I guess Matt Rowan just lost it. He couldn't deal with the kneeling, so he did not agree with it at all, and he let his voice be heard. Started off by saying, like, listen, these fucking niggers, yes, with the ER. He made sure he emphasized the ER. Make sure you guys know what he's talking about. He's not saying nigga. Letting you know that these girls are one of the homies. No. He wants to let you know the ER. So you see, these fucking niggers, right? How dare they kneel? They just come over here and kneel. I hope they get crushed. He didn't say crushed, but he said, I hope they get spanked. He didn't say spank either. I just feel like that sounds better when you say spank, right? He didn't say spank. So he was hoping that they were going to lose. He said that, man. He said, I hope they effing lose and everything, right? And I don't know what came over the guy, man. I don't know. He just felt like, we're in Oklahoma, right? I feel like Oklahoma, we're allowed to be openly racist at this point, right? This is the type of country we're living in and everything, right? He just felt empowered, emboldened, rather, right? But apparently it didn't go down the way he planned, right? I think right now he is fired or on leave or something like that. And hey, listen, man, the savagery of the guy to actually come out blunt and actually say that right there on and that's what everybody can hear is freaking wild. But the thing that's even wild is the excuse that he came up with right after. The excuse coming up, he blamed it on his type 1 diabetes. I think I've heard it all. So this guy said his type 1 diabetes sometimes lowers his blood pressure, and when his blood pressure is lower or higher or something like that, it causes spontaneous outbursts. I don't know if this guy's talking about like he got Tourette syndrome or something like that. So he just cursing out random racial slurs and such. But he's just like, yeah, and that's where it came from. It wasn't that he wanted to be malicious. It just so happened that, his blood sugar and everything, his blood pressure, all that stuff went in together. And he coming out saying that, I'm a family man. Like that. I don't know what that has to do with anything. And I also used to be a pastor, right? And as a pastor, I can't be racist. I can't be shooting out the N-word. No. This is all an illusion. This is not real. Stuff like that, right? Listen, man. He said how he really felt. He was out there and he felt like this is the time to drop the ER. The strong ER so everybody can hear it. I think he wanted to quit his job. He said, look, what has my life come to the point that I am announcing for high school girls basketball? It's bad enough that it's female basketball that nobody's showing up there, right? Which is actually interesting now I think about it, because no one watches female basketball games. So I'm wondering, like, how the hell did the people know that he announced that? I'm just saying, I'm just being real. We gotta talk about Adele. You guys know Adele, the used to be fat, very voluptuously fat singer that has lost the weight, and she's looking decent. She's looking pretty nice. All right, low key, I think she looks kind of like Katy Perry in a sense, right? But I could be off, right? And her ex-husband Simon Konecki, whatever his last name, it doesn't matter. He's irrelevant, right? But this guy, right? They got divorced and everything back in 2019, and they had finally settled the divorce case, right? And I think he took a decent amount of change from her. But the reason why I'm talking about this is because he's not getting child support, which is a big blow to me because I'm all for equality, right? You know, women all the time say, like, listen, I want everything to be equal. Men is just as equal as women and everything like that. And we should grow together, right? And they always say that, but then when it comes to divorces, right? You know, these women come up and take half of everything. They take half the car and then they take custody of the children and everything. They just take everything. Leave the guy with scraps. And then when I always ask, doesn't it make more sense for the husband who's making more money to keep the kids because he can provide for the kids and instead of paying the woman child support? When I say that, I mean more for the celebrities, because the celebrities, they're making good money. Like these basketball players, they're making very, very good money. Why not stay with the person rather than paying the woman an obscene amount of money in child support, right? I think that makes a lot of sense. I think that's pretty fair, right? You know what I'm saying? But for some strange reason, they decided that he's not getting child support and they're going to do joint custody. That is a freaking slap in the face. This guy should have got child support and he should have gotten, you know, the main custody of the child and everything. Little kid Angelo, I think he's 8 years old and everything. That, I feel like that would have been fair. That's a fair ruling. Let's be honest, right? That's a fair ruling. Just the mere fact that he's not getting, listen, if you've been following Matt Barnes, ex-NBA player, man, he has joint custody. In fact, I think he has full custody or something like that, and he's paying child support. Tell me how that works. Tell me how you have custody of your children and you're still paying child support. How? What? How is that happening, son? Please explain to me, son. But yet this situation, no. He needs those kids. Oh, but she's a woman. She's able to take, you know, she's more caring and nurturing. No. She's an artist. She goes on tour. She does stuff for money. She has to do her job. She's barely be able to take care of her children. She's barely be able to spend time with her kids. That's the logic they use when it comes to the man, right? So let's use the same argument. Let's do it, man. I will be damned if I'm not getting no money. We gotta talk about this guy, Andrew Cuomo, again. Andrew Cuomo has hit the news once more again for, guess what? Oh, what is it? Another allegation. This is lucky number 7. 7th girl to come at the guy, Chris Cuomo. And my goodness, this guy's still saying, I'm not gonna resign. Jessica Bateman, man, she came out and said after a holiday event, after a holiday party, because you know those holiday parties when the big stuff usually happens, right? After a holiday party, right before she left, right, her and Andrew Cuomo were seen together. You know what I'm saying? He wanted to take a picture, so he held her. He put his hand around her back and everything, and also put one hand around her waist. I don't know how that looked and everything, and he held her there pretty firmly and told the photographer to take a picture. Then after that, he held her really close to him and he was telling her a story, and she felt very, very uncomfortable with her cheek upon his chest and everything, right? And hey, listen, I can agree, this guy is a little bit too touchy close, you know, little touchy feeling and stuff like that, but I need more. I need more to heat, man. I mean, R. Kelly was out here taking little girls, like, and doing crazy stuff, even older women, and just making them sex slaves and stuff. R. Kelly was, man, they were coming with the heat. This stuff, Andrew Cuomo, is little baby stuff. Little baby stuff. I'm not saying it's not serious. It is serious, because he's a public official. He shouldn't be able to do stuff like this, right? I guess, you know, some people are just really, really extra touchy-feely. I mean, if she felt uncomfortable, I guess, right? But I mean, come on, y'all gotta come with the fire. You guys gotta come with the flames, bro. See, bring a freaking sex tape. If I want somebody to come up and be like, yeah, I was using the bathroom, and then he just randomly came in after, and then he pushed open the stall, and he started jacking off right in front of me and stuff, and then he released it all over my toes and stuff. Then I'd be like, oh, that's the fire. That's the flames right there. Let's get this guy out of office. But you come in me with the, oh, he held me tight. Oh, you know, he was just real close. Like, come on. We gotta talk about this guy, Lil Baby, man. Lil Baby and Kodak Black. You guys know I recently reported about the whole situation with Kodak Black calling out Lil Baby and saying, like, listen, he wants his credit, right? That's all Kodak Black wants, is his credit for the whole money spreading thing. You know, when they put the money all over their arms and their body and everything, so everybody can see how serious their stacks of cash are, right? As well as with their jewelry, because you can't do the money arm thing without without jewelry too, and also hoes. Also hoes. If the hoes are not in the picture, they're usually in the background, or they're the people taking the pictures, right? You always have to incorporate hoes in your footage. That's what makes it really pop, really do the thing, right? But the situation, it escalated when Pooh Shiesty came in and said that he did not respect, he lost all respect for this guy Kodak Black, right? Just because he felt like it was a sneak diss towards Lil Baby and everything. Even though Kodak specifically said, I'm not dissing nobody, I'm not sneak dissing anybody. This is just something I just want my credit for, son. Just give me the credit. And I feel like I totally understand that. So Lil Baby, apparently, people are saying this is a response, that he put out a tweet that said, don't sneak diss me. Just call me, right? And he put a little computer emoji and stuff. I got on a computer emoji and everything, right? And like I said earlier, people are thinking this is shots at Kodak. Like, listen, man, don't come at me with the whole money arm thing, man. Like, listen, don't put down the internet for everybody to know, right? This is something we can have a conversation. You have my number, right? But then also other individuals are looking at it like, listen, he's just saying that just in general, right? It could just be a coincidence. It definitely could just be a coincidence that he decided to say it at this very moment. It might mean absolutely nothing, right? But internet, they don't go for that. They want drama. They want the beef. And so do I. I hope he is saying that to Kodak, son. And in fact, they should start tussling it out. To be honest with you, man, I don't think that was directed towards Kodak, son. Because if it was, he's kind of contradicting his own self, right? Because if you're going out saying, like, listen, don't sneak this me, call me, right? Granted, he's not sneak dissing anybody, right? But he could be sneak informing somebody. I don't know if you're sneaking informing somebody, right? Because if that's the case, and let's say he has Kodak's number, right? He could have just told Kodak straight off the phone, like, listen, don't do that, bro. You could have just called me, right? You don't have to do that. But instead of doing that, going to the internet and letting everybody know, like, listen, don't sneak diss me, like, just call me and everything, right? I don't know, it just seems like you're contradicting yourself, because you're kind of doing exactly what you're telling them not to do, right? If that's the case, which is why I say I don't think it's directed towards Kodak, unless Lil Baby's just not thinking straight. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. That, to me, that makes the most amount of sense. And at the same time, if it is directed to Kodak, they should have a money spread off, right? This is what, and they should have Megan Thee Stallion in the middle as the ring girl every round and everything, right? Just oiled up, and every round she gets oiled up, right? I feel like that should be the main attraction, her getting oiled up every round and stuff, right? But they should come out and bring their best bills, their most Christmas bills, right? And to see the stack, every round the stacks will increase, right? And they should see how much money they can spread without any dollar bills hitting the floor, right? That would be impressive, right? They just up the ante every round, and the moment some $1 bill slips out of somebody's hand and hits the floor, son, boom, match over. It's a knockout KO. And at that point, at the end of that, the final finale, just now that the match is over because the dollar bills have hit the floor, Meg Thee Stallion goes full crazy, rips all of her clothes off, and starts doing a nasty naked shuffle while her titties are bouncing up and down for the world to see. And also then random people are allowed to come and caress her nipples and also rub But that's all the news I got for today, man. If you stayed this long, I appreciate you. I love you, man. Thank you, man. Please make sure you hit the subscribe button as well as the post notification. That way you'll be one of the first people to hear the voice of Long Trust. My voice is oh so sensual. And at the same time, leave a like. Like I said, man, if you made it this far, man, just leave a like. That's the least you could do, man. Just leave a like, man. I appreciate that. I love you, man. And at the same time, you gotta buy the merch. Mofo, men offering females orgasms because we're so humble. Link in the description box below. But that's all I gotta say. Peace and blessings, you ugly mofos. And I'm out.